Good morning, I am Miss Mary, and for today we're going to do a STEM is Fun activity where we learn about molecules and elements and how atoms come together to form everything in our universe. Our whole world is made out of elements, and these elements come together to form molecules. Every element is on the periodic table, so you can choose to make any element you would like once we get started, but I'm going to show you how to make two elements that form into a substance you probably already know and probably have in your kitchen. Does anyone know what happens when you combine two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen? Water, that's right. And to make it more fun, we're going to make these out of popcorn so that you get to eat them at the end of the project. So the first thing we're going to do is make a marshmallow mixture so popcorn will stick together. You are going to need 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of sugar, 1 package of mini marshmallows. And then you're going to put that in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time, stirring it together until it all melts together. It usually takes about 2 minutes, but make sure you stir it in between, otherwise your marshmallows kind of just keep poofing up and you end up with a big mess. And then of course you're going to add some food dye. The elements we are going to make are going to be hydrogen, which is super easy to make because hydrogen has 1 electron, it has 1 neutron, and it has 1 proton. So what do you think hydrogen's atomic number is? It's 1. So to do that, we are just going to take 1 piece of popcorn, and we are going to mix it in our popcorn marshmallow mixture so that it gets nice and colorful and it's easy to see. Then we're going to make oxygen. Oxygen has 8 neutrons, 8 protons, and 8 electrons. What do you think its weight is? It's 8. So we're going to take 8 pieces of popcorn and we're going to mix them together in our bowl so that we end up with a fun candied popcorn ball with 8 popcorn kernels in it to represent our number of neutrons. So let's talk about how elements create bonds and why certain elements create bonds so easily. Elements have electrons and they circle around a big ball in the middle of protons and neutrons. And electrons dance in a very specific way. They form these little circular clouds. And the first circle can only have 2 electrons in it. And the second circle, and the third and the fourth and all of them, the rest of them want to have 8 electrons in them. So if we have our oxygen, and this has 8 electrons, and 2 of them are in the middle circle, the little circle, and there are 6 in that outer circle, but they really want to have 8. So if we have 1 hydrogen come along, there are now 7 electrons dancing together. We add another hydrogen. Here we go. We have our first popcorn water molecule. And of course, you get to eat these. What other elements can you combine? All you need to remember is that there are 2 electrons dancing in the inner circle, and then every circle outside of that has 8 electrons that want to dance in it. You can come up with a ton of different varieties, which makes sense because there are a ton of different combinations out there in our real world. Well, I hope you have fun with this and have a delicious snack to eat by the end. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.